Let's jump right in. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at a massive, really fundamental technological leap that's unfolding literally as we speak, heading toward that 2026 tech frontier. We're talking about the rise of agentic AI. We're moving way beyond those basic chatbots and text generators you're probably used to, and we're stepping into an era where the technology doesn't just assist us anymore, it actually takes the wheel. It's fascinating, it's incredibly complex, and I am super excited to unpack the whole shebang with you today.
But to get us started, I really want you to think about this central question. What happens when software stops waiting for you to click next? Just imagine a world where your tech doesn't just sit there passively waiting for your prompt or your command. Instead, it observes, it plans, and it acts completely on its own to solve problems. This is a profound shift in our relationship with computers, and it's going to change absolutely everything, from your bank account to your daily commute.
Okay, so let's dive right into our roadmap for today. We'll be looking at when software stops waiting, the core infrastructure, fintech, speed versus volatility, cybersecurity and media, work, doing to supervising, and finally, what it means for you.
Starting us off with part 1, when software stops waiting.
So what exactly is this technology when you strip away all the hype? Well, Agentic AI refers to autonomous systems designed to handle entire, multi-step workflows with minimal to zero human supervision. Think about booking a complex business trip, right? The old way means you look up flights, you book the hotel, you arrange the rental car. But an Agentic AI system takes your main goal, like get me to the conference in London by Tuesday, and it executes all of those steps. It adjusts for delays, communicates with vendors, all entirely on its own. You're basically hiring a digital worker.
And this right here perfectly illustrates the core shift we're talking about today. Yesterday's AI, it was a tool. It was incredibly smart, sure, but it still waited for your prompts, and it required human execution for every single step of a process. But this 2026 frontier, it's AI as an agent. We're talking about autonomous workflows and minimal supervision. It's kind of the difference between having a superpowered calculator that you still have to punch numbers into versus having a dedicated analyst who totally understands your goals, goes off to do the research, and just hands you the final result. This shift from tool to agent is the absolute through line connecting every single industry we're about to look at.
Which brings us to part 2, core infrastructure.
To actually make this autonomous world possible, the physical and digital foundations of our technology are pretty much being completely rewired. On the software side, AI is no longer just an app you open up. It's becoming the infrastructure itself, running constantly in the background. We're seeing these seamless orchestration models where agents talk directly to other agents over hyper-fast networks to get things done without us even knowing. Fun fact, by some estimates, machine-to-machine communication is going to completely dwarf human internet traffic really soon. And to support all that, the physical hardware is being optimized specifically for these constant background processes. The whole foundation of our tech is shifting to support a world where machines talk to machines to execute your goals.
Moving on to part 3, fintech, and the balance of speed versus volatility.
Now, this isn't just abstract theory. These autonomous agents are already starting to manage real money. But, we can never view these massive tech leaps as purely positive. On one hand, Agentic AI creates incredibly faster markets. You've got autonomous financial decisions happening in literally fractions of a millisecond, with agents optimizing portfolios and executing really complex trades without a human ever logging in. But, and this is a big but, it also introduces amplified shocks. Yes, agents make markets lightning fast, but they bring in the very real risk of instantaneous algorithmic flash crashes. If a whole network of interconnected agents misinterprets a signal, there's a risk they could wipe out massive amounts of value before a human supervisor even has time to blink, let alone hit the kill switch. It's a massive, high-stakes balancing act, with actual retirement funds on the line.
All right, let's look at part 4, cybersecurity and media.
We're officially entering an era of AI agents defending networks autonomously. Human IT teams simply can't react fast enough anymore. So we're seeing the strict implementation of zero-trust security models. Basically, that means the system trusts absolutely no one, not even internal users, and it's constantly verifying everything. This creates constantly shifting digital battlegrounds. Cybersecurity is basically turning into a live 24/7 war of AI versus AI. Your digital gates are guarded by autonomous agents that are adapting to new threats, patching vulnerabilities, and fighting off attacker bots, and they're doing it all without ever asking a human for permission.
But again, we've got a massive trade-off here. Yes, giving AI the keys to defend us provides greater autonomy, that constant automated defense we just talked about. But inherently, it creates larger attack surfaces. Think about it. Every new autonomous node, every independent agent operating in your network, well, that's a potential new door for a hacker's agent to exploit. So we're building incredibly smart, automated locks, sure, but by empowering so many different agents across a network, we're also installing thousands of brand new digital doors.
And we're actually seeing a parallel tension in the media and gaming spaces too. We get deep personalization. Agentic AI can build highly customized gaming experiences, dynamically changing storylines based on exactly how you play or perfectly tailoring your social media feeds in real time. But man, this brings massive transparency issues. As autonomous agents take over the creation and the curation of the media we consume, we totally lose sight of how the algorithm is steering us. You just don't know if an agent is showing you something because it's true and relevant, or simply because it computed that this specific piece of media will keep your attention for exactly 3 more seconds.
Let's pivot slightly for part 5. Work and the shift from doing to supervising.
Human work is fundamentally changing. Very soon, we're looking at an environment where 80% of daily, routine task execution is handled by AI agents. You just tell the agent the goal, and it writes the code, it drafts the report, or it balances the ledger. So the human role shrinks down in sheer volume, but it becomes incredibly vital in that remaining 20% slice: human supervision and strategy. Work is literally shifting from doing the tasks yourself to supervising a team of digital agents, setting the strategic direction, and handling the really complex exceptions that the AI just can't figure out.
And, even getting that job in the first place is changing, bringing its own set of risks. Agentic AI is totally redesigning HR. On the positive side, agents can create much wider hiring pools, autonomously scouring the globe and identifying diverse talent that human recruiters might just miss due to their own limited bandwidth. But the paired risk here is pretty severe: algorithmic bias. If an autonomous agent has a flawed training model, it risks amplifying embedded biases and executing automated discrimination at a scale and a speed that a human never could. It's actually a perfect example of why that 20% human supervision piece we just talked about is absolutely crucial.
And finally, part 6, what it means for you.
I really want to challenge you to sincerely think about this. If an AI agent could handle 80% of your daily tasks tomorrow, what would you spend that time on instead? This isn't science fiction anymore, folks. This is the reality of the 2026 frontier we are rapidly approaching. Think about what a massive redistribution of your time actually looks like. What does your new role as a supervisor require of you? Are you going to focus on high-level strategy, creative problem solving, empathy, and human connection? Or will you simply use that reclaimed time to just, take a breather?
And that leads us to our final thought for today's explainer. Look at all the massive shifts we've explored. Faster financial markets, smarter but riskier hiring, autonomous cybersecurity agents fighting these invisible wars, and hyper-personalized media. Which of these shifts feels closest to affecting you directly? And is that exciting, or is it a little unsettling? I'm not going to give you an easy answer, because frankly, the tech world is still figuring it out too. But I want you to sit with that profound, unresolved ambiguity. The core shift from AI as a tool to AI as an autonomous agent is rewriting the rules of our entire digital world. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this complex topic today. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll see you on the next explainer.